Welcome back, everybody. Sive is here with the forexpeacearmy.com. So, congratulations, golden bugs. We're getting actually the result of the trade that we have deal with in a recent, probably 2-3 weeks. It was a bit difficult because in the first stage we were a bit worried about starting point. Market was showing significant volatility there, and was some concern whether it will work or not. But in the first stage of the big patterns, it always happens. We already discussed this in the weekend because thrusting action was too strong. Dollar liquidity issue has held the market from the prevented market from the earlier start of the upward action. And don't forget that actually we are with the weekly pattern. This is not daily, this is weekly pattern. So from the weekly point of view, it has shown reaction relatively fast. But once the first pattern is coming to an end, we're immediately start watching on next one. First of all, with this upward bounce, you could see that market comes closer to overbought area. So here will be the resistance, and it stands around 49.50 for today. This is the overbought for today's session. Our target of the bread butter trade stands at 49.90, just above it. So mostly we could say that's the same area. On the follow time frame chart, you could see that this is not just the 618 level as a minimum target of the bread butter trade that we're trading right now, but also this is, you can see this inner ABCD pattern also has the XOP and creating agreement with this 4192 area. So simultaneously we have rather solid resistance, agreement resistance, and which is actually accompanied with the daily overbought. That might be a great background for starting of the pullback. Of course, if you're a scalp trader, you trade on a 50-minute chart, for example, you could keep an eye on this, and maybe you will even try and take the short position here. But for us, the major value stands with the possible retracement, because once it will happen, we immediately could start watching for this kind of the hand shoulders pattern. So that might be another pattern that might be formed on the back of the previous bread and butter trade, and its potential might be significantly higher. So it's kind of the big ABCD market could trigger you an action back to the top. Why this could happen? Now, investors mostly watching for shutdown final point, because if indeed shutdown will be over, and based on the performance that we see in the market, it seems that it really could happen. Such as here we have the really positive reaction on gold, even on the euro currency. So maybe somebody knows something. So and actually some inside information probably might be present here. But anyway, the big amount of the dollar liquidity will be immediately flow on the markets, because treasuries will start spending their $1 trillion that they accumulated during the shutdown that they can't spend. It will boost the amount of the dollars in the system, so money supply will jump, which correspondingly should support the gold as well. So, but it will be very short-term effect, but it might be really fast. Here's the background. That's why in the current points, I do not see reasons to start searching new longs position, because markets stand too close to the target. On the hourly chart, we could even start watching for a possible reaction, because take a look, this is our third entry with the hand shoulders also done well. In fact, on the hourly chart we have pretty nice thrusting upward action, and if retracement starts out from there, the market really start forming this arm, probably here could get very interesting bearish patterns. It might be double repo sell, it might be hand shoulders, 222, butterfly, whatever. So currently market stands in an area where you already could keep an eye on and see what will happen. Also, the fact that market actually mostly has reached the target, probably this should happen relatively soon, it doesn't mean that market has to reverse down and keep going actually with a bearish performance, collapse and drop below 39, not necessary. It could happen, but it can't. It doesn't mean that market can't just keep going slightly higher and form more extended retracement. Gold market likes to show a really deep retracement, and reversals very often happens in the shape of the 222. From that standpoint, if we'll get here downward action, then we'll get retracement. It easily might be the deep upward 222 pattern before deep retracement starts. So you can see gold market now looks really interesting. It forms a lot of patterns. Some of them already stands in the progress. Others are just yet to be formed. But definitely in the nearest 1-2 weeks, we should get 2-3 relatively big patterns from the gold market that we could keep an eye on. So that's towards what we have. Let's keep watching, and it's really becoming inspiring.